Hello class 10 students, welcome back to your next video session. Class 10 mathematics, and we are going to start with a new chapter number 5, and the name of the chapter is arithmetic progression. And in this video session we are going to cover up a quick introduction to the chapter, what AP arithmetic progression is all about, and also we are going to see the questions of exercise 5.1. This is the part 1 of the chapter, and my name is Miss Savita Nish, your maths teacher. Let's start. Introduction. In the introduction part, we are going to see the meaning of the sequence, and also we are going to see what do you mean by arithmetic progression. So, sequence. Before we move into sequence, let's see a few examples. You must have observed that in nature, many things follow a certain pattern, such as, now if you'll see the petals of a sunflower, have you observed the petals of a sunflower, children? You might have seen that the petals of a sunflower follow certain pattern. Pattern means, if you have observed carefully, every other petal of the sunflower is of the same shape and size. Means a pattern is being followed. Means there might be certain petals around the central part of some similar size, then around it to the another size, then around it, and like this way any other corner of the flower, a pattern of the petal is being observed of a sunflower. Similarly, if you see the holes of a honeycomb, now if you see the horns on a honeycomb, somewhat like this it is going to look. Can you see a very particular pattern is there? Pattern is observed even in this particular case. This is all nature related sequences which we are able to see in nature, which you can see that in nature also how nature also has sequences work. Like it's, as you can see in the honeycomb also, there are certain sequences which you can see in this combs. So these are all sequences, but these are sequences observed in the natural things, like the things which we can see around us. But we now look for some patterns that occur in our day-to-day life. How these sequences occur in our day-to-day life means where exactly in our day-to-day life we are able to encounter these sequences. Let's see some examples. Some examples are, like suppose a person is there named Reena. She applied for a job and she got selected, and she has been offered a job for a starting pay of rupees 8,000 per month with an annual increment of rupees 500 in her salary. It is said that she would be starting 8,000 rupees per month, and annual increments means after every 12 months an increment of 500 rupees would be added up to her salary where she started. So her salary for the first, second, third years and so on will be respectively, what will be her salary? Of course, for the first year her salary would be 8,000 rupees. For the second year, that is 500 increment, if it is being added, what it will be? 8,500. In the third year, if you add 500 to the previous, that is 8,500 plus 500, it will give 9,000. Fourth year, 9,500 and so on. So as the years are passing by, a common increment, that is 500 rupees, is being added to her present salary where she started, that is 8,000 rupees. Let's see one more example. The length of the rungs of a ladder decrease uniformly by 2 cm. Rungs of the ladder, you might be knowing it. Rungs of the ladder means staircase we are talking about. It is going on decreasing. So this is rungs of the ladder. It is going on decreasing at a uniformity of 2 cm from bottom to top. So it is decreasing from bottom to top. So if it is decreasing from bottom to top, you can see bottom maximum 2 cm decreased, then 2 cm decreased, then 2 cm decreased, and so on. It is going on decreasing from bottom to top. So the rungs in centimeters of the first, second, third and so on till it from the bottom to the top are respectively, what it will be? It will be 45, 43, 41, 39, 37, then minus 2, 35, minus 2, 33, minus 2, 31, topmost. Okay, finite series. So as you can see, one more example you can see here. It is from your book only I am taking. So the number of unit squares in squares with sides 1, 2, 3. So here it is squares. The side of the square is 1 centimeter. Then a square 2 centimeter. Then a square 3 centimeter. It is also going on increasing. Can you see? This is also sequence. The number of unit squares. Unit squares means 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, like this, unit square. And of the sides with 1, 2, 3 units respectively are respectively. It is increasing like this. What is the area of a square? Side square. So what will be the area of this square? A square, that is 1 square. Area of this square? 2 square. Area of this square? 3 square, and so on. So if I'll take a 4 by 4, it will be 4 square, and so on. Next example. Shakila put rupees 100 into her daughter's money box when she was 1 year old, and increasing the amount by rupees 50 every year. The amount of money in rupees in the box on the first, second, third, fourth birthday were. Now, first year she deposited 100 rupees in her money box. Then 50 rupees she is going on increasing every year. So next year it would be 150. Next year, third year it would be 200. That is 150 plus 50, 200. Fourth year it would be 200 plus 50. It will be 250. And she is every year going on giving, means putting her rupees 50 as an increment in the money box. Starting from a birthday, that is initial amount was 100. One more example you can see. A pair of rabbits are too young to produce in their first month. In the second and every subsequent month, they produce a new pair. Each new pair of rabbits produce a new pair in their second month and in every subsequent month. Assuming no rabbit dies, the number of pairs of rabbits at the start of the first, second, third, 6 months respectively. See, first it will 1, then it is going on increasing 1, then it is going on increasing 2, then 3, then 5, and so on. That is 8, and so on. So can you see, this is also one of the sequences which you are able to see in your real day-to-day life. You might encounter such situations in your day-to-day life, but these are all examples of sequences. So in the examples above, we observe some patterns or specific patterns were being observed. In some, we found that the succeeding terms obtained by adding a fixed number, as you have seen in the first case of salary, a 500 rupees increment, in the money box, a 50 rupees increment. Okay. And the ladder rung was going on decreasing by 2 centimeter, decreasing. So a subsequent pattern was observed. A fixed number was being added or fixed number was being subtracted. And in some it was like a multiply. It was multiplied with a fixed number in another. We find that they are squares of consecutive numbers and so on. But in this chapter, we shall discuss only one of these patterns. And which is that pattern in which succeeding term, that is the next term, are obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. Like salary 8,000 rupees. In the next year, the salary was 8,500 rupees. And in the preceding years, next year, succeeding years, it was 8,500 plus 500, that is 9,000 rupees. So here, as you can see, every year the increment of 500 rupees was going on added. So these type of sequences, these type of patterns we are going to study in this chapter, and these type of sequences, these type of patterns of numbers which are observed in our day-to-day life even, where a next number, that is succeeding number, is obtained, or succeeding term in fact is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding number. Preceding means previous, succeeding means next to that. So we shall also see how to find the nth terms and the sum of n consecutive terms, and using this knowledge in solving some day-to-day life problems. So this type of sequence, special types of sequence which we are going to study in this chapter is arithmetic progressions. Progressions, how they are progressing in an arithmetic form. That is, a fixed value is added, a fixed value is subtracted. Okay, added, subtracted. Now added or subtracted, as I have said, you have to remember one thing. An arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term, except the first term. Means the first term value should be known. And when the first term value is known and we go on adding a certain number, a certain fixed value to each succeeding terms, then the sequence obtained of numbers, that will be known as arithmetic progression. Now you have to remember one thing, this fixed number is called the common difference. So what is this fixed number? Like for example, in the first example you have seen, 8,000 rupees was the first term. When 500 rupees was going on incremented every year. So first term was 8,000, second term was 8,500, third term was 9,000 and so on. And what was that fixed number? That is 500 rupees increment. That will be known as the common difference of the AP. Remember, this common difference, children, it can be positive, it can be negative, or it can be zero as well. So we will see few examples. Consider the following list of numbers. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see what is being added? You can see 1 first term, second term 2 is obtained, 1 plus 1. Third term 3 is obtained, adding 1 to the previous term. 4 is obtained, adding 1 to the previous term. So what is the common difference here? The common difference is plus 1. Okay, so that's a common difference. Similarly, how the series is obtained. Let's rewrite the given sequence again one more time. So 100, first term, I started with 100. What is the next term? 70. What is 70? It is 100 minus 30. What is 40? It is 70 minus 30. What is 10? It is 40 minus 30. So here you can see first term is 100 and every other term is obtained by adding what? Minus 30 to the previous term. Every other term is obtained by adding minus 30 to the previous term. So as I've said earlier, minus 30 to the previous term. As I've said earlier, this fixed number, that is common difference, it can be positive, as you have seen in the previous case, that is 1. 1 plus 1 gives you 2. 2 plus 1, adding 1 to the previous number gives you 3, and so on. And here in the second case, first value is fixed 100 and every other term, that is 70. What is 70? It is obtained by adding minus 30 to the previous term, that is 100 plus minus 30 gives you 70. Minus 30 to the previous term, that is 40. 70 plus minus 30 gives you a 40. Minus 30 to the previous term, that is 40 plus minus 30 gives you 10, and so on. So these type of sequences are known as arithmetic progression, and these examples which I have taken is only to explain to you that it is not compulsory that the common difference should be always added. It will be positive. It can be positive, it can be a negative value, as well as, just see one more example. This example, sequences minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. So this particular series I am leaving on you. As you are going on seeing the series, just think in your mind how this next term is obtained. So as I have said, common difference means the same number is added to the previous term. That's why you are getting the succeeding term. So this particular sequence I am leaving on you. Just think and tell me. Next, just see 3, 3, 3, 3. Now you might be thinking that, ma'am, what is this 3, 3, 3, 3? You cannot see anything being added. It is the same number going on repeating, that is 3, that is 3, that is 3. Refer back to what I said earlier. I told you, children, this common difference, it can be positive, it can be negative, but at the same time it can be 0 also. 3, 3, 3, 3 means what, children? 3 means first term is 3, second term is 3 plus 0, adding 0 to the previous term. Next is again 3 plus 0, adding 0 to the previous term. Again next is 3 plus 0, adding 0 to the previous term. So these individual numbers in the list is called the terms. So this was all about examples, examples where you have seen various types of APs, sequences. What do you mean by sequences? What do you mean by? All sequences are not arithmetic progressions. So you have to remember one thing. All sequences are not at all arithmetic progressions. Out of the various sequences, only those sequences which are obtained by adding a certain fixed value to the previous term, that is known as the arithmetic progression. So we will see What is the general way of representing an arithmetic progression? General way of representing an arithmetic progression. So here, let us denote the first term of an AP by A1, second term by A2, third term by A3 and so on, and the nth term by AN. Nth term by AN. And the common difference, of course, it will be D. So how to represent the AP? The AP can be written as A1, A2, A3, till AN. Now this is what 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now before I proceed with the general way, you have to remember one thing. When we talk about AP, arithmetic progression, these progressions can be, the series can be either finite series or it will be either infinite series. Now, as the name sounds, finite means when the last term of the series sequence is known to us. Okay, it is known as a finite series. And infinite series means when the last term is not known to us. It is unknown. It is known as infinite series. Okay. So let's proceed further. AP in the general form can be written as A1, A1, A2, A3 and so on till AN. As I've already told you, an AP can be a finite series or it can also be an infinite series. So this which I have written, it is a general form for a finite series. So let us understand it by taking example of a series, finite series. So let us take suppose I take a finite series, first 5 multiples of 2, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 5. Now let us compare these series, first 5 multiples of 2 with the general form. So what is A1? A1 is equal to 2. What is A2? A2 is equal to 4. When we talk about A3, A3 is equal to 8. A3 is equal to 6. A3 is equal to 6. A4, it will be equal to 8. And A5, because we are taking first 5 multiples. So A5, it will be equal to 10. So as I have said, it is a case of finite series. So how many terms are there? There are 5 terms. That is n is equal to 5. Now if you see, according to the definition of AP, the first term is fixed and every other term is obtained by adding a certain value to the previous term. So according to this series of first 5 multiples of 2 which I have taken, as you can see, the first term is 2 and every other term is obtained, that is second term is 4. How is 4? How you have obtained 4? By adding 2 to the preceding term, that is 2 plus 2. Next A3, it is equal to 6 and how you have obtained 6? By adding 2 to the preceding term. A4 is equal to 8 and how you have obtained 8? By adding 2 to the preceding term, that is 6 plus 2. And similarly A5 is equal to 10 and how you have obtained 10? By adding 2 to the previous term. So in other words, you can see this common value which is being added, it is same. It should be same. And as being told to you earlier, this is known as D, that is common difference. So in this case, as you can see, the first 5 multiples of 2, the common difference, that is D, is equal to 2. So let us suppose that the first value, let A is equal to 2. What is A? A is the first term in the series. And what is the next term? Next term it will be obtained. Like as you have seen, again I am writing 2, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2 and 8 plus 2. So the first term if I have considered as A. What is the next term? Next term is A plus D. What is the next term? See, this is what 4? 4 is A plus D. That is the previous term. And what is 2? 2 is the common difference D. That is A1 I have got A. A2 I have got A plus D. And A3 I have got A plus D plus D. Similarly, if you will go on adding, what is 6 plus 2? 6 plus 2 is A plus D plus D, which is the previous term, plus D, which is the common difference. That is, if you will compare, what is A4? A4 is A plus D plus D plus D. And finally, what is 8 plus 2? That is A5. It will be A5. It will be A plus D plus D plus D, that is the previous term, and plus D, that is the common difference. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is, I got A1 is equal to D, A, that is equal to 2. A2 is equal to A plus D, that is equal to 4. A3 is equal to A plus D plus D, that is A plus 2D, that is equal to 6. A4 is equal to A plus 3D, that is equal to 8. And finally, A5 is equal to A plus 4D, that is equal to 10. Now what can you observe? Can you observe one thing? A1 is equal to A, A2 is equal to A plus D. A plus D, which can be written as A plus 2 minus 1 into D. And A means what? A plus 1 minus 1 into D. What is A3? A3, A plus 2D, which can also be written as A plus 3 minus 1 into D. A4, how to write A4? What is A4? A plus 3D. So 3 can be written as A plus 4 minus 1 into D. Similarly, A5. And what is the value of A5? A5 is equal to A plus 4D, which can also be written as A plus, instead of writing 4, it can be written as 5 minus 1 into D. Hence, the conclusion is, if we have n terms in the series, an can be written as A plus n minus 1 into D. So this is the nth term of an AP. Kindly note it down. So if in general you want to find the 10th term, so what will be A10? A10 will be A plus 10 minus 1 into D, that is equal to A plus 9D, where A stands for the first term and D is the common difference.